My adoptive mother shut me inside the garage for hours and then said, "This is what you needed to understand." I gave a small nod, then resisted in a way she never saw coming. After my real parents passed away when I was 13, I grew up in an orphanage in Moscow. For days after arriving in the United States at 16, my new mother announced, "You're American now, and Americans have no use for Russian garbage." At 16, an American couple saw me during an adoption hosting program and decided I was exactly what they wanted. Through an interpreter they promised me a wonderful life in America, my own bedroom, excellent schools. I didn't want to go, but no one asked my opinion. Everyone thought I was insane for wanting to stay in Russia, but something inside me screamed danger. The very first day in their house in Ohio, they informed me I was only allowed to speak English, total immersion was the quickest method, and holding on to my old language would stop me from ever becoming truly American. I tried to explain with gestures that I only knew about 25 English words. The woman told me to call her Rebecca and answered, "Then you'd better pick them up quickly." From that moment on, if even a whisper of Russian left my mouth, even when I was alone, Rebecca would suddenly appear and take away my dinner or lock me in my room. The second rule was that I had to abandon my name. I cherished Sophia because it had belonged to my grandmother. Rebecca handed me a printed list of normal American names. I picked Emily because it was the shortest one on the page. She started calling me Emily right away and corrected me sharply whenever I accidentally said Katya. She told everyone at their church that my name was Emily and that I had been desperate to come to America. She would laugh lightly and add, "She's still learning how to express excitement." Rebecca enrolled me in the local public high school with no ESL classes because she believed special help would make me dependent and lazy. She told the office I was already fluent in English and simply shy, when in reality I understood maybe one word in 25. I never opened my mouth, so the other students nicknamed me the Russian robot. When I came home begging for help with homework, Rebecca said, "You're just not trying hard enough." Rebecca threw out every single Russian keepsake during my first week. She declared I was getting a fresh start and couldn't do that while clutching the past. I stood frozen as she tossed everything into the trash, unable to explain what those objects meant to me. Her husband, Mark, simply nodded along. Rebecca always cooked giant trays of meatloaf and heavy casseroles. She grew furious if I didn't clean my plate, insisting I would learn to love American food because this is what families do, we eat together. She refused to let me leave the table until every bite was gone. She ignored me while I stared at cold, congealed food for hours. I kept a secret diary in Russian so I could still think in my own language. Rebecca found it under my mattress and showed it to someone at church who could translate. She lost her mind when she read that I hated living there and missed home terribly. She called me ungrateful after everything she'd done to save me from a horrible life. I watched her feed the notebook to the fireplace flames and warned that she would send me back if she ever saw Russian writing again. I actually begged her to send me back, but the words stuck in my throat. After 7 months I still barely spoke English.
I can't tell all in the short story. For the full story, link below.